Let's make a demo on creating a project on PyCharm. You open PyCharm like me. If you have projects like me, you will have a lot of them here. If you don't, you'll have an empty screen with some button to create a new project. But in all cases, you can come here and say File, New Project, and then you select, give it a name, let's say Udemy 4. And the important thing here is about the environment. There are options here. I would like you to go with the virtual env, which is creating kind of an environment for you to use for your Python. And here is the base interpreter, the interpreter of your system. This is very important to make sure that you are selecting or go here and browse for whatever interpreter version that you have in your system. The previously configured the interpreter or existing interpreter. It's more about other things that we will meet maybe in the future. For now, let's create it. It's going to give you 3 choices if you have projects already. A choice to open in this window in a new one, or a completely new window, or attach it to these projects. I would typically click attach, but for now, as a new project, let's say new window. It's going to open a new window like that one here. Some indexing. As long as this guy is working, you have to wait him. Once it's done, then we are good to go. This is our env. Don't touch it. But if you would like to create a file, let's say come here, file, new Python file, and let's say test1.py. Now we get our first file here. Let's say print hello world. And let's put another one here. Now, sometimes it tells you that there is no interpreter attached for a reason or another. Probably you will not face that, but if it happened, you click configure, you try to select or go to interpreter setting and go and try to select it from your menu or find it here. For now, as I'm Ubuntu 16, I have some problem with 3.5 version, but don't care about that. Let's try to run this program. You right click here and say run test1. It's going to show you the output here. Another way to run the program is to come in this menu. If you have many programs, you will find all of them here, and then like test1 here, we click it, and then get this guy, test1. Also, you can come in this menu and click run and test1. So this is how we created our program. Let's create another one. Again, Python. Let's call it now test2.python here, and let's do something very similar. Let's run click and run test2. Now you notice here the menu would have test1 and test2. This is how we write our own code. We will learn soon that we can make comments like that. Hello, Mustafa. Everything is okay. I'm showing you more features in PyCharm. Let's do something like that. PyCharm will highlight it like that for you, telling you that there is some problem in that word. You can then it's going to suggest for you replacements. This is like the website that do some spell checking for you and correction. So this is a nice feature in PyCharm. Another feature is you come right here and right click and say split right. You see what happened here? It gives you like 2 windows. So now you can have like some window here and some window here, maybe doing some comparisons or so. So this is one nice feature in PyCharm. You can again split again, right? Come here, right, and say split. So more and more windows. This is very nice when you would like to compare things together. Also, there is what we call the linter. If you come here, you will feel that the PyCharm is giving you some warning here. If you come and stop here, you would notice it's telling you something. Beb, too many blank lines. Remember, there are a coding line guidelines, and the standard coding line guidelines for Python is called BEP, and here is telling you there are too many blank lines. Blank lines are empty lines. So it means that there are a lot of lines here. We can come and do something like that. Now you see the error is gone because the standard is to have maximum one empty line between 2 things. The moral of that, what we were using something called linter. There is a built-in linter here that do some checking for you if you are following the standard or not. As an advice, always check if there is something in your code, and read the tab, and then the tab will learn you something about how to improve your code more and more. In the future also, there is something that we call the local history. When you right click here and come and say local history, show history, is going to show you a lot of the history of this file. Sometimes you will lose the old version of your code and then, oh, where is my code? The local history is one very good place to show you the old code and the new code. This is very, very nice feature. There is also what we call the program structure here. If you click the structure, it's going to show you some structure for your program. In the future, you might have something like, say, functions, def, ff here, doing nothing. You see here, it started to add a function here for you. In the future, we will have many functions, and then the structure will be very handy for you to move directly between functions, especially if you have, let's say, 1000 lines of code. So this is also another one nice feature in your code. We'll learn soon about variables. So let's say I'm saying some var equal 100 and then printing var. I know that you don't understand what is that variable at the moment. I'm just showing you some feature here. In the future, you can come and replace that guy from here. Say refactor, rename, and then give it a new name. Notice here var and var. Once we refactor it, it's going to change it in both places. So this is how we make good searchings in the code. You can also, let's say you would like to replace something. You can click Control R, and then let's say we give it, let's say the word Mustafa here, and ask it to make it Mustafa, Mustafa, Mustafa. Then replace all. Is going to make a replacement. I'm trying to show you more features in your code. There is also one nice feature here is come in the edit menu, and you will find a lot of very nice features here. I would encourage you to try to explore in all of that. Maybe toggle case, for example, here. You see all of them switch it from lowercase to uppercase. I think this is more than good enough for now. Yeah, here is a find feature. The find also can search for you in the code with something. Yeah, so you see, edit, stop on the project and edit and tell him find in files. It's going to search your whole project for something that matches what you need. This is very handy feature when you have a lot of files and would like to search for something across all of the files. If I would like to search here only, I can write Control F. It's going to search for you here. Control F, open here. But if you would like to search the whole project, stop on the project, edit, and then find in files, and start to write something here. Let's say I would like to find print. So it's going to show you all of the things that are relevant to what you are doing that have the print function, which is a lot here. I think this is the most important for now, and I think the most fundamental is to learn how to create a project at the moment. This is always your screen. This is where you see some of the outputs. That's all.